Get to one another in our main event on NXT.
Still can't believe that afford this. Giulia now in control of Io Sky. Submission hold, modified surfboard.
Oh, wow.
To stomp the lights out of the world champion.
That was nasty.
Cover and a kick out. What a main event this is. And you know, Corey, you asked Booker earlier about the mindset of Roxanne Perez, who just checked in. Let me ask you this about Giulia. What has gotten into the beautiful madness?
Listen, I think Giulia understands that in this game, you're not here for a long time. You're here for a good time if you're lucky. You got to strike while the iron's hot. Giulia's been red hot recently. Had a tremendous year. And Giulia wants to make it to the top of the mountain sooner rather than later. Why spend any more time honing your skills than you have to? It's time to make money. It's time to make headlines. It's time to put your name on the lips of the world.
Jackson what?
Championships.
That is, dog.
Well, the world champion reaching out, and Jordynne Grace just got popped by Perez. Perez charging right back in, and could be looking for the crossface. Io able to roll through. Io now, double underhook. Backbreaker connects. So much, though, taken out of the champion.
And a last gasp from the women's world champion now. Pivotal moment in the matchup. Both women need to tag their fresh partners.
Here we go. Here we go.
NXT Universe rallying. Io in that moment.
There's a juggernaut on the loose.
Say that again.
You don't want to match strength or power with Jordynne Grace. She's the juggernaut, man.
Big clothesline to Perez, hoisting up Roxanne now. And a little 2-for-1 clothesline, continuing to hold on to Perez, rolling through. Jordynne Grace is wiping out the opposition.
Backhand rocks Giulia sent into position for Roxanne
No
Perez.
way.
Wow! To be kidding me.
German suplex,
Cover
right
by
suplex,
Grace.
add it up however you want. Still didn't get the 3 on Giulia.
That was ridiculous.
That was impressive. That was so impressive by Jordynne Grace.
Now, see, here's where Grace needs to keep her foot on the gas pedal. I don't imagine exhaustion's playing a factor. That's what we need to see, the fire in the eyes of the juggernaut. You've got Giulia down. Can you finish the job?
Giulia, Perez, who have worked so well as a team thus far here in this match. And of course, those two competed in the first match here on the CW, find themselves as teammates tonight. But who also finding themselves as teammates is Grace and the Women's World Champion. And Io Sky is determined.
Goodness.
She's angry. She came here with a mission. She goes into the cover, hook of the leg for the victory. And Roxanne Perez just risked herself to save this match for her and her partner.
Risk for reward right there. Roxanne Perez did the right thing.
But at what cost to herself and perhaps even her partner, Giulia? There was a lot of weight that came crashing down on that entire pile.
I will say, Graves, though, that with that as well, she wiped out Jordynne Grace.
Oh, it was effective.
And all 3 bodies fell on Io Sky.
Yeah, listen, don't get me wrong. It didn't end well for anybody aside from Roxanne.
But somehow, the Women's World Champion, the genius of the sky, on her feet. And did you see a tag?
I think I did.
Or a hit. I'm not 100% sure, but I think Roxanne Perez is legal.
Io Sky didn't see a tag, that's for sure. Here it comes.
She certainly did not. But if she didn't know then, she certainly knows now. And Roxanne Perez, can she pin the Women's World Champion?
Do it.
Here on NXT. Tag was made, or will it be Giulia that can pin Io Sky?
Jordynne Grace sent to the outside. Big headbutt by Giulia.
Super kick connects. Right back into the beautiful madness. Who's looking to hoist up for that Northern Lights bomb. Tag was made to the Prodigy.
Around we go.
Bam!
Down goes Io. Here comes Roxanne.
Aside moonsault connects. Hook of the leg. And Jordynne Grace breaking up the count.
In the nick of time.
What a match. What a main event. All 4 of these women right now laying it on the line. And you can see everything from last night on Raw, everything from last week in Las Vegas. All 4 of these women are almost spent in this main event.
Well, the bad news is it's opening day, essentially. Brand new season leading up to the next year of WrestleMania. Everyone wants to make their names for themselves.
Spine first, but look at Jordynne Grace overpowering.
This is it. I love it.
This is turning into a brawl.
Oh, my God, man.
Things are breaking down.
Roxanne realizing she's been left high and dry by Giulia, who's scrapping on the outside with Jordynne. Here comes Io.
It's Roxanne Perez and Io Sky, who are the two legal superstars. Rolling through Perez, shoulders down, kick out. Countered by Io, women's world champion, stacking up Perez. Perez able to kick out. She goes up, she goes down, she goes around, shoulders down, a little bit of a bridge. You don't get points for style. She didn't get the three. Io Sky trying to do the same, couldn't get it done.
Roxanne's going toe-to-toe with the champ right now.
Oh!
Okay.
Under the jaw. Perez is rocked. Io trying to pick apart the Prodigy.
Oh, beautiful.
Pop rocks. Countered one more time. Swing and a miss by Io, knee first. Sky, super kick from Perez. Perez, look at the combination offense, buckling the legs of the women's world champion.
This one hasn't even ended, and I can tell you right now, I'm looking forward to these two running it back many times in the future. Here it comes!
Rolling through.
You
Did
got
it
to be
connect?
kidding me.
Io's kick
You
certainly
got to
did.
be kidding me.
Right up against the mush, walking over the Prodigy. Io Sky to the top, looking for the moon over moonsault. Count it. Welcome back to NXT.
Here are your winners, the team of Jordynne Grace and the Women's World Champion, Io Sky!
The alliances may be temporary, but mission accomplished tonight for the Women's World Champion, Io Sky and Jordynne Grace, picking up the W in a tag team matchup for the ages. Look at this ridiculous display of power by Jordynne Grace, taking both opponents over, very nearly ending the matchup. But as we know, almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Gory special, double stomp, gory bomb, but keep your eyes on the Prodigy. Soaring through the sky, wrecking the pile, breaking up the pinfall. A driver from Giulia, Roxanne with a double jump moonsault right on the money. Surely this was it, right? No. Jordynne Grace at the last possible second. Things break down in spectacular fashion on the outside. Jordynne and Giulia going to war, which left Io and Roxanne alone. Over the moonsault from Io Sky. What a win for the champion and the juggernaut.
What a victory for Io Sky. Frustration building in Roxanne Perez. But what a main event here tonight on NXT.